welcome to Straight Up 20. I'm Jonathan Rotable, and we're back. It's been a minute. It's been a while. College is rough. I'll just leave it at that. Just had very little time to do anything, even though I wanted to make content, because the stuff that happened in the past few weeks has been absolutely insane. But in all sports. But we're going to stick to basketball today, and I'm excited because there is a lot going on. So let's get right into it. So the playoffs are set. I'm excited. The play-in games were very exciting, even though I personally don't like the idea of a play-in. Not because I don't think they're exciting. They're extremely exciting. But the idea of teams earning the 7 and 8 seed and then having a risk of losing it because, as we saw last night, Paul George got COVID, right? And that, if Paul George is there, they don't lose. I personally feel that. And stuff like that, it's just these one-game elimination things when the Clippers were already the 8 seed. In a normal setting, they would have made the playoffs. It doesn't sit right with me. I enjoy the games. I won't talk too much about that because I could do a whole separate video on that. But it's just I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But yeah, let's I want to do my series predictions. I want to just talk about some stuff as we go through each team. I'm excited. I got my Sixers playing tonight, and I got my I got John Morant playing at 3:30 or whatever. I'm excited for both. I'm just very excited, but also nervous for the season because there's always expectations and build up, and there's a lot weighing on these things. Let's get into it. Let's start with the West. We got Suns and Pelicans. I like the Pelicans team. I like that they started 1-12, 3-16, and they kind of just kept going. They have these young rookies like Herb Jones. I think I forget who dropped 14 last night. But he was a rookie, and he was fantastic. And they had all these guys step up, and then you had the CJ trade, which is fantastic for the Pelicans. If Zion comes back, which I don't know if he's gonna play in the Pelicans again. I think people assume he is, but I don't see that happening. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. It's just hard, to look at all that's happened and think that he's just gonna come back, especially with the whole player empowerment movement that's been going throughout player to player. Which I'm all for player empowerment because it's their lives, but I don't know. So the Suns, I was gonna make a whole video on the Suns before before getting killed by school. It's been a long time since I've seen a team this well built. From top to bottom, starters to bench. You can run a 13-man rotation with this team, and you'd be okay in the playoffs, which is great because you get, they're not going to run a 13-man rotation, but I'm saying the depth of this team is just, I think it overrides the whole, they don't have this superstar power. You need a top 5 player to win, which I get. You need that X factor, but they got it, man. That starting 5 just alone, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, just talk about guys that fit perfectly with each other. Perfectly. It's crazy that for how they've went slowly building this team. We weren't seeing this coming. No one was seeing this coming. We weren't seeing the build up. Everyone thought the 8-game win streak or whatever in the bubble was a fluke, and they come out hot. and then they think the finals run was a fluke because of like injuries and whatnot. Which, if you want to win a championship, things got to go your way. So like, there's going to be injuries. There's going to be luck like that. Luck plays a part. And they come in here and win 62 games in the season, 62, something like that. Just like absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I have the Suns in 4. I think maybe the Pelicans can steal one, but I don't see them having enough. It's a cool story. I just don't see them having enough to steal a game. Mavericks and Jazz is tough. Mavericks and Jazz is tough because we don't know the state of Luka. This is a very tentative prediction for me. If Luka is out more than 2 games, I have the Jazz winning the series. But if Luka's good on like maybe game 3, I have like the Mavericks in 6 or 7. Normally, if Luka was healthy, they all were healthy, I'd have Mavericks in 5. I'm not impressed with what the Jazz have right now. They just, it's not working. It's not working. The Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert has run its course. You can't go back to this. I was having a conversation yesterday, just talking about the future of the Jazz, and like, what do you do if you're the GM of the Jazz? Because like, you have 2 guys, right? And it's better to build. It's easier to build a team from Donovan Mitchell, but also you don't know. You had rumors that Donovan Mitchell wants to be in New York, or whatnot, and he doesn't want to be in a small market, which I get. But you would rather, it would be easier to build a team around him, but then there's that, and then there's Donovan Mitchell's value is easy to figure out than Rudy Gobert's. Because Rudy Gobert is a star. He's one of the best defensive players of all time. He, like, many teams could, like, if a Mavericks could get him, if a Raptors, what are some other teams? Just, like, seeing, like, a team that this wouldn't happen because they don't have resources, like a Lakers. But, like, the point is that teams would want him. He is someone that teams would want. It's just, what is the value for a guy like that? Like, they paid him a lot of money, so you got to take on the big contract. He's not an offensive threat. He's gonna lock you. If you have like a solid perimeter defense and you put him in, you have probably the best defense in the league. It's just, it is what it is. He's just that good. So I don't know. If I'm the Utah GM, I'm trying to figure out a trade for Rudy Gobert, and I want to keep Donovan. I want to convince him that, we want you to be the guy in Utah, which might not be able to happen. But I think you could probably get more for Donovan Mitchell, which was my point, because like you know what you have in him. You know he can be a superstar. You know he can carry an offense, especially if he has a solid team around him. Yeah. All right, next series. Oh, so I love what Dallas has done. How they've kind of like rejuvenate. Like, there's been a lot of rejuvenation of teams. Like, I talked about the Pelicans, Dallas, Boston, Raptors. I mean, they were consistent, but like, the Timberwolves had like a rocky start, and they kind of like got very much in there. So yeah, it's just cool stories. Next series, let's go right down the list. We got Warriors and Nuggets. If Steph plays, the thing about Steph, the last time we saw Steph, he wasn't fantastic. He hasn't been fantastic since like early January, when he was just like untouchable. So that's a big if. I think I still have them winning the series just because they're a better team. I don't think Jokic's carrying ability as good as people say he is. I'm not trying to hate because I'm a Joel Embiid fan. and I'm not going to talk about the awards. I think they're all stupid and rigged, so I'm not going to talk about them. Um, it's just he's kind of just like been at the same time, and like he's had good teams. They like you can't act like the team in the bubble was a really good team. The team last year was a really good team. Like these were chances, and like I just don't see them having enough talent. I think they. I think out of like a lot of the series, this could be very competitive, but I have Warriors as edging them out talent wise. Just a little bit, just a little bit. All right, next up we got Grizzlies and Timberwolves. This is my second squad. Um, I have, I mean, the Wolves have talent. It's undeniable they have talent, but the way Cat has been performing, the way like the ego is high in Minnesota. The ego is high, and I feel like Grizzlies. They're a bunch of young guys acting like veterans right now, and like you can say what you want, but like they are calm. They are cool. They're just like, you know what? We're not gliding through everything. This is a tough 7 seed. This is a tough 7 seed, but I think the Taylor Jenkins gonna outcoach Chris Finch. John Moran is gonna outstar Karl Anthony Towns. The role players. We talked about depth, talking about the Suns. If I had to pick like the second team with like the most depth, it's the Grizzlies right there. Like what, 20-3 without John Morant, some crazy thing like that. Um, insane, like insane how the bench was able to step up when he had to be absent for a while. Um, it's really cool to see. So I have the I didn't say my official prediction for the Warriors and Nuggets. I have Warriors in 5. If Steph misses a game or is off a game, maybe Warriors in 6, but probably Warriors in 5, 6, around that. Grizzlies, Timberwolves. I have Grizzlies in 5. Grizzlies in 5. I think they're really, really good. I think they're really good. Very well built. All right, let's go to the East. Miami and Atlanta. Not Miami. Atlanta has been like overrated. Like they're not the same team as last year because there's just something different about them. I know like the roster's generally the same, but they were a 9 seed for a reason. And when you go up against the 1, sure they'll probably steal a game or two, but like the way Miami's built so well defensively, if they even like limit Trae Young and the other shooters, what do you got next? What do you got next? Like, genuinely asking, their defense is a turnstile. We don't know about Clint Capella. We're not sure his status is up in the air. That's a huge miss when you're going up against Bam. Bam is going to have a field day. Defensively and offensively, he's going to feast. So there's not much to say about this. Like, Miami, of course, the scoring isn't fantastic from them, but I don't think it matters in this series. I got Miami in 5. Sixers and Raptors. My boys. There's been a lot. This one has been hyped up as the most competitive series and probably been talked about as the most likely for an upset. I don't think Joel lets that happen. I'm seeing a Giannis-esque run. I'm not saying they're going to the finals this year. I'm saying the way Giannis put his head down and just carried it. I see Joel doing that. And that's acting like we don't have James Harden, who people want to act like he's washed when he dropped like 40-point triple doubles this year and all that stuff. It's wild. It's wild. Recency bias is crazy. People want to act like the last 10 games of the season like defines a whole season, which is why the person deserving of the MVP will not get it because of the last few games of the season, which is. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, so let's. I'm going to say Sixers in 6. Sixers in 6. I'm going to be trying not to be biased. Bucks, Bulls. They got nothing. Bulls got nothing. Vucevic has been extremely disappointing offensively. He's not stopping Giannis. He's not Bucks in 4. It's just they've been so disappointing. Just like they can't win a meaningful game to save their life, and it's upsetting because I like the team they assembled, and then you probably won't get Lonzo back. It's just like it's a tough spot to be in. DeMar's gonna do his thing. I don't think we're gonna see DeRozan this year. I hope not. I want to see. I want to see DeRozan play well. Celtics. So yeah, I said Bucks in 4. Celtics and Nets. I've been going back and forth about this, but like, I can't see KD and Kyrie, and it looks like Ben Simmons might play. I just got a Woj notification that he'll be back like within this week, which is crazy. I just don't see KD losing this. I don't see Kyrie losing this. I got Brooklyn in 6. Brooklyn in 6. I think they're just I think there's questions around Brooklyn, but like when you have KD, there's not too many people you want over KD when you're going on a playoff run, and that's acting like they don't have Kyrie. And if Seth's playing well, Seth is not as consistent as people want to say he is. He dropped like a goose egg the other night, in a fairly meaningful game. Oh yeah. What do you mean fairly meaningful? It was a playing game. He dropped a goose egg in the play-in. Sorry, I am tired, folks. Just like, and Drummond's a good addition. You know, they got a solid team. I just don't. Boston's been like probably the hottest team of the year. Like their resurgence has been sickening but incredible to watch. I can appreciate talent, even though I hate the Boston Celtics, but I can appreciate what Jason Tatum has done. I think he's an outstanding player. He'll win a MVP or two down the line, probably soon. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the first round. I guess if I'm going overall predictions, I'm not going round by round here. I probably have. Oh, it's so boring. I said this in a video. It might have been in a podcast that didn't air, or it was in a video that I made. But I said Bucks and Suns, and that was like I said that in January. I'm sticking with that. I got Bucks and Suns. I'm not betting against Giannis. I'm not doing it. It's kind of funny how now Giannis runs under the radar when he's been absolutely amazing. And the Suns, they're just so well built. I could honestly see the Grizzlies beating them, but I'm not trying to be a biased guy. So I think my most realistic is Suns, Bucks. I have Bucks winning again. I mean, the Suns can do what they want, but it's really hard to stop Giannis. It really is. So yeah, let me know. I'm gonna try to get this out before the first game of the playoffs. If not, that doesn't really change much unless I call this sweep, and then no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Again, let me know what y'all want to see from this. I know I'm getting set to probably 7 or 10 people right now, but I want to give the same energy if it turns to 10,000 or 10. Same. I want to produce like I'm producing for a lot of people, because that's eventually what I want. So I appreciate y'all tuning in and kind of starting this with me, even though it's not much right now, but I'm planning for bigger stuff. So yeah, I'm ready for the playoffs. Let me know your predictions. I want to hear your predictions. So if you made it to the end, please drop your predictions. Let's hear them. Get him written in stone. Let's go. All right. Peace out, y'all.